Hello there! We've all seen those videos where a random person tells you your favourite gaming genre is dead, your favourite game itself is dead, and you're a fool to keep playing. Wait! Battle Royale is currently on the chopping block. The once almighty game mode, every new game attempted to replicate, is suddenly a genre that makes players feel uneasy. How did we get to this point, and what happened to our favourite games along the way? Let's review the evidence to find out why few survive and so many fall. Gaming is all about cycles. A game releases, we all play it for a while, we have our fill and move on to the next thing. Online gaming is like that too, with an added element, communities, or in other words, the games your friends are playing. When I was a youngling, we played Call of Duty, grinding to prestige. Then we all moved on to looter shooters, with Destiny taking our time and raids designed for a friend group. Next, Rainbow Six Siege, then Overwatch. Games had our attention and then faded away. Occasionally they'd stay relevant and we'd jump in every few months, and other times they were never installed again. That was until Battle Royale arrived, and all my PC friends gave up their social life to play PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, a game based on another game, based on a mod, based on a film, based on a book.
Reading, books, it's all boring.
The premise was simple, to be the last player left standing, easy to comprehend, and the player base boomed.
Come on!
Epic Games saw the popularity of Battle Royale and used it as a way to save their dying game Fortnite Save the World by injecting a free BR mode. They could never have seen what would happen next.
Boys, we've done it!
Fortnite rose to the tippity top of the mountain and have stayed there ever since. Suddenly, Battle Royale wasn't just a game mode anymore, it was a full-on genre, and countless companies jumped on the trend. There was only two ways to stand out from the crowd: be a legitimately great game like Respawn's Apex Legends and Activision's Warzone, but these take a lot of time, money and skill development. The alternative was to have a gimmick, some sort of unique selling point to attract an audience, like the verticality in Hyperscape, the family-friendly knockout game show of Fall Guys, magic wizardry in Spellbreak, melee wrestling in Rumbleverse, surviving frozen temperatures in the Darwin Project, using martial arts weapons in Naraka Blade Point, being a furry in Super Animal Royale, eating humans in Vampire Blood Hunt. I think you get the idea. Battle Royale was absolutely everywhere. And worst of all, over half the games I just mentioned have already shut down forever. It's now been 7 years of the BR craze, and for the first time, I honestly believe we are watching the death of Battle Royale. And I'm kind of okay with it. Let me explain. Let's get the obvious one out of the way first. The gameplay loop of Battle Royale is losing its appeal. There's only so many times a casual player will happily drop in, fight 99 other players before asking themselves, why am I still doing this? I had that realization myself last year as I only logged in to complete my Battle Pass weeklies and then quickly jumped off again. Or I'd come in to see the map changes and then dip afterwards. Battle Royale had lost its hold on me, and I, like many other gamers, were suffering from genre fatigue. And the only cure for that is to take time away or to play something different. Speaking of playing something different, today's video is sponsored by Hawked, a free-to-play extraction shooter with an art style I can't get enough of. And best of all, Hawked is out right now on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series and PC, and doesn't require any online subscription service. But if you have something like PS Plus, there are Founders Extras to be claimed. In Hawked, we play as a custom character known as a renegade. We are then sent to an uncharted island to claim the ancient treasures hidden here. The island is filled with monsters, traps, puzzles, and other treasure hunters, all vying to claim that relic. This gameplay loop feeds into customization with tons of weapons, gear, and outfits to choose from. There's a link below if Hawked sounds like a game you'd like to try. Where was I? Oh yeah, Battle Royale as a game mode is getting a little too repetitive for many of the players, but according to online polls, the key reason players walk away from BR is down to the players they find in their lobbies. Let's call it the sweat issue. We all know players who can wreck entire squads on their own, while others sit in a bush all game. And yes, that really is me sat in a bush in 2017. Yeah! Whatever the developers try, players are not equal. It's usually their skill level, but it could be their chosen platform, or even the reliability of their internet connection. To combat this, skill-based matchmaking was introduced as a way to keep the dirty tryhards out of your casual lobbies. But this was hated almost across the board, especially the tryhards, who quickly realized playing against people like themselves isn't that fun at all, thus making every single lobby for every single player a much more competitive and sweaty experience. That's not the only issue Battle Royale in general is finding. As games innovated and improved their core mechanics, they demanded more dedication from their player base. Apex needs players to understand each legend's skill set and how to use them tactically. Warzone demands players set up loadouts based on the ever-changing meta, and Fortnite wanted everyone to become Bob the Builder.
Nope.
Most gamers didn't have the time to play all three of the biggest battle royales on the market, and without realizing, we were all forced to pick a side, or risk being overwhelmed completely. Those who wanted realism, they stuck with Warzone. Those who preferred faster-paced sci-fi inspired BR chose Apex, and everyone else was enticed by Fortnite and their countless gimmicks and crossover events. Years have now passed, and although each BR has its core loop, there is a surprising change. The overly complex elements of Battle Royale are slowly being rolled back and simplified, or in other cases, fundamentally changed. Fortnite totally removed building to beckon back players who gave up on the sweaty lobbies, and after 20 seasons of Apex Legends, a new dynamic upgrade system has totally revamped that game, which also acts to combat that genre fatigue we talked about. A change is as good as a rest. And that brings us to the solution to the issue, which may make me sound like a madman. To keep Battle Royale thriving, we need to stop playing Battle Royale. Give me a minute to explain. Back in 2017, Epic Games and Fortnite immediately realized they needed to break up the Battle Royale loop. So they introduced LTMs, limited time modes. The 100-person lobby was converted into a 50 versus 50 match. It was such a breath of fresh air after seeing everyone as the enemy. Suddenly it became a giant one-life war game mode. LTMs continued to blow our minds as Thanos himself became a playable character. We even fought vertically to avoid magma in the floor is lava. We flew planes together to claim air royales. We used low gravity to play one-shot. LTMs were like an adrenaline shot to the game, helping those who just don't want to play standard BR, or those who suck at it too, like me. We still had a reason to play. Meanwhile, Apex Legends added arenas, and took it out again quickly after, yet slowly introduced more game modes over time, evolving to include Fortnite-style crossover events with the freaking Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII. Warzone began with Plunder, a race to grab cash, and eventually DMZ, which was a take on another growing genre of the extraction shooter, made popular by Tarkov. So it appears other game modes have been propping up Battle Royale for years. The data shows that players do like the gunplay, the animations, the worlds, and the art styles of all these games, and are actively looking for other ways to play outside of BR. And this is where Fortnite may eventually leave this game mode altogether. After the massive hit of travelling back in time to Chapter 1 and OG Battle Royale, Epic Games introduced not one, not two, but three other game modes to stand side by side. A Minecraft-style Lego sandbox survival, a rhythm game, and an arcade racer. Three modes which couldn't be further away from Battle Royale. On top of that, Epic Games has incentivized creators to build content for them. We haven't reached the heights shown in the demos, but Creative 2.0 has already given us many unique experiences and countless rip-offs. I mean, there's so many rip-offs of other games. Sometimes I'm surprised they haven't been sued. All these changes are making Fortnite a hub of genres, all linked together by our lockers, which most people have spent hundreds of dollars on. The future of Battle Royale looks increasingly uncertain. 7 years into the BR phenomenon, and we are left with the original PUBG and the three pretenders to its throne. Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex Legends. All great games with tight mechanics who perfected their version of the formula while standing on a graveyard filled with failed Battle Royales. As the years go by, I expect a divide to occur, as Battle Royale becomes just another game mode when we all log into our favourite games. Player numbers will gradually drop, and at least one of the big four will move away from the genre completely. PUBG and Apex look the most likely to stay dedicated to Battle Royale, while Warzone continues to coexist with Call of Duty's mainstays, and Fortnite eventually becomes Roblox. Weird. Anyway, that's just my opinion. What do you think will happen with Battle Royale? Will it live and thrive forever? Will it be overcome by the next big thing? Or will it happily survive just like PUBG continues to do to this day? Let's see who can predict the future. I'm Adam, you're awesome. A huge thanks to Hawked for sponsoring this video. Jump in for free to see if extraction shooters are your next obsession. I'll see you next time.